Welcome to the Talking the Line podcast, presented to you by Talking the Line Sports Media, giving you our best insights and analysis so you can rake in some cold hard cash on your next sports bet. Now sit on back, open up your mind, and let's cash some tickets. We can't thank you enough for joining us. We hope you enjoy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, far and wide. Welcome in to episode number 214 of the Talking the Line podcast, and welcome on in to the month of February. Hey, you saw the title, new month, same twofer, soon to join me, my partner, and also soon to be delivered, the Twofer Tuesday Parlay, for all of you TTL faithful out there. But before we get into all of that, please take a few moments to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the TTL pod on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over there as well so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping from the crew. Or if you're watching on one of our social media platforms, make sure you hit that like button, that follow button there too, so you never miss any of our additional social media content. Or if you're listening to the pod on your favorite podcast directory, make sure you hit that subscribe button there too if you haven't already, as we do release the audio of every episode after each live show is complete. Next item up on the docket, you can find it in your heart to do so while you're watching today's show. You could be so kind, hit that other like button, leave us a comment, leave us a rating, jump on over yonder in the live chat if you are watching live, and maybe hit that share button too. Send it on over to your brothers, sisters, friends, enemies, aunts, uncles, mothers, fathers, neighbors, people who live on the opposite side of the globe as you, but you would refer to as a good old-fashioned ticket cash and degenerate, because that's what we are here at the TTL pod, and we can't thank you enough when you do all those things, because it only helps us make TTL Sports Media bigger and better for each and every one of you. Last, certainly not least, head on over down there to this episode's description, where you will locate the Talking the Line link tree. Within that link tree, you will find the TalkingTheLine.com website, all of the TTL crew's social platforms, and our additional content, so you can consume all of that jazz in one convenient location, however and whenever you please. Ladies and gentlemen, and beautiful gambling people, joining us for episode number 214, I am your humble, honored, hyped, and always handicapping host Colt and Captain Colt Soroka. And hey, I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my partner for the next hour and a half or so. You know how it gets down. We always recommend to take the over, get some picks, get some insights, analysis, dive into more rabbit holes than we can all count combined, and everything in between. So without further ado, it's time to dive into the first rabbit hole of the day and bring in that aforementioned partner. My friends, you know him around these parts of town as the man, the myth, the degenerate gambling legend, and you better not ever forget, he is climbing back up the mountain, the TTL Crew's resident cheesehead faithful himself, and you best believe his pitchers and catchers come around the bend, the TTL Crew's resident Southsider himself, Mr. Riley RMags Magnuson. Partner! How you doing over there today, pal?
Are doing fantastic. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My man, it is Twofer Tuesday. I'll do it even more emphatically because they didn't hear me the first time. It's Twofer Tuesday, my man. I am feeling fantastic. How are things on your end of the world these days?
Oh, spectacular now. The producer needed to get his shit together here this morning, but hey, we're in the
Hey,
we're in the right
two tries.
boat.
It's all right.
Hey, yeah. Hey, 2 tries on 2 for a new month. Some things, hey, it is what it is. Some things happen. But this side of the screen, my friend, spectacular. It is a beautiful, terrific Tuesday to be alive. The rest is up to me and thee. I'm choosing to spread positivity. Now, hey, we got a mental vacation and a half on tap for these kids out there today. One hell of a show. We got 5 best bets to get through. We got the Twofer Tuesday Parlay. We got the best bets of the day, all the recap. We got the Moneyline dice roll of the day. We got tomorrow's Wise Words episode to talk about. We got the latest news, nonsense going on in the world of sports and gambling and beyond. We have an absolutely loaded show coming at you today. But before we get into that absolutely loaded show, you know us. We're a full transparency show. And some days we hate to come on the screen and tell you guys how we did yesterday because it's rather embarrassing. We spend a lot of time. We put a lot of effort into this. And we don't ever want you to think that we are less than or don't know what we're doing. And, you know, those days really suck, my friends. But today is not one of those days because, my friends, we cashed tickets left, right, and center for the TTL Crew. It was a 4-in-1 day. If Drexel would not have fallen apart in the final 2 minutes of the game, it would have been a 5-0 clean sweep for the Crew. Hope you played along. All straight plays on those. Barely missed the Monday Madness Parlay. Wofford couldn't close it out at the end. And Rocklahoma, let TCU walk all over them. TCU might be back in action. I don't know. Moneyline dice continue to scuffle a little bit. Bethune-Cookman could not make it to the pay window. That's my 2 cents. Partner, how you feeling overall as we start this beautiful Tuesday?
My man, I'm feeling pretty solid, my man. I mean, Duke, easy, no sweat winner, wire to wire. I would say if you're looking at that game trying to I wouldn't react on either teams too heavily just based off that performance. Like I was saying yesterday, I think it was just a bad matchup for Notre Dame. I mean, Duke's offense didn't look, Paolo Banchero was fantastic, but aside from that, I can't remember honestly if they cracked 60. They barely cracked 60, and they might not have even cracked 60. So I wouldn't be, fading Notre Dame into the rest of the season now just because of that, or back in Duke for the rest of the season. I think that was just a one-off game, and you still got to take each of these teams with a grain of salt going forward. Is my opinion there.
Yeah, it was kind of a toss-up in the air for me. I ended up sprinkling on the money line. I faded you for sure. I mean, it was just because they had been perfect as home dogs so far, and it was just that spot. And I was like, man, they hadn't beat Kentucky like the exact same spot. And I was listening to a few other people, and it was like, Mags left that out. Mags left that out, and it didn't fucking matter. You said wire to wire, easy money for them. So no big deal. Still had a 2-in-1 day on my side of things. Still had a positive day overall. So very solid. And then, your Raptors got to the board as well. So we're to the pay window. So solid day from the Crew. We got another one coming up on tap here for you, my friends. I am fully locked into college basketball. As you can see, totals I'm seeing left, right, and center. These mid-major games I'm seeing left, right, and center. So I got 3 more coming at you. Mags has got the 2. That's why I said 5 earlier. So we'll break all of those down here for you shortly. Get in the Twofer Tuesday Parlay and continuously build this proverbial podcast Sunday. So before we start scooping a little vanilla and chocolate in there, pal, anything else you got on your side of the screen?
I mean, we don't need to talk about it too much since we did a little bit yesterday, but shout out to Tom Brady for officially retiring now this morning.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Shout out the GOAT for sure. Kind of funny, the old Madden curse really came true this year.
No
Knocked
kidding,
old Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady out of the playoffs. But Tom Brady, shout out, man. I mean, we pretty much watched his entire career, and we got a good friend who is a huge fan of Tom Brady. But what he did for the sport, I don't know for a long time that there's going to be anybody that steps up to that 20-year career, 20-year plus career. I mean, thank you, Tom. We appreciate you, Tom. Other than that, thank you.
What I was going to say, does that mean we get like a third Tom Brady Madden cover for the fourth time in the last 6 years? Because I know he was on it for a couple times just as, with the Patriots, I think, and now he was on it with Mahomes this year. I mean, they typically give that type of treatment to guys who retire. I don't know. I mean, seems
quite
a little,
possibly. Probably not, though. Not that he just got a recent one here. I'm pretty sure that would probably be like, yeah, hey, I'm working towards retirement here. This is probably like my last year. Like, I don't think they're just gonna give him because they already did the goat thing. They can't do the whole goat marketing ploy of fucking again and all that nonsense. So hey, I like where your head's at, but
they do that sometimes. But after what they just did,
real fast. Either way,
they do like 3-4 different versions. Sometimes they might give him one.
I think it was stupid, but I'd still buy the game. Either way, mugs in hand, por favor. It's time for the Daily Cheers. As always, to me, to you, and all you beautiful people sipping the black elixir of the gods on this gorgeous Tuesday of bets. Take your sip. I'll be right back. Oh! Whoa! Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, hey, you stay put. I'll be right back to you. Now for you, over here, with the two best bets of the day, both coming from the NBA hardwood, I do believe, correct?
Most definitely.
Okie dokie. Well, without further ado, the ticker is up. The ticker is live. It is time for RMags best bets of the day as he flips positions on the screens. My friends, turn that volume way on up. Lock in. Get ready to have your dome pieces penetrated with nothing but stone cold insights, knowledge, and analysis. And partner, let them rip, let them have it, and as always, you have the floor.
It's harder to do the... Anyways, I will kick it off, my man. Out of the NBA slate, as you mentioned, this time we're going to Detroit, a team that I have backed a couple times this season. Actually, despite how bad they are straight up, fairly profitable team in a lot of spots. I'm talking about the Detroit Pistons. I am taking them at home.
Rock City! Detroit! Rock City! Go ahead. Sorry.
100%.
Was vibing to some Kiss.
100%. And now I gotta watch. Now I gotta listen to Kiss all day. Detroit Pistons -2 is the play that I'm making today. Despite what we saw from the Pelicans last night, covering against the solid Cleveland Cavaliers, they are on the second night of a back-to-back. Still on the road in this spot here. Brandon Ingram, no Brandon Ingram. I still like this play on the Detroit Pistons. Ingram was out last night, non-conference game. If he's out one night last night in Cleveland, I have to imagine he's out a second night partner. Again, if he's in, I still like this play. Just giving my 2 cents on whether or not I think he's playing or not. But the reason I like it either way is because their offense is just struggling right now, partner. 4 straight L's straight up for the Pelicans. And the last 2 have been kept under 100. Their effective field goal percentage on the season, partner, is 27th in the league at 50%. And it's even lower as of late, the last 3 games, down at 44%. And I think that's what we're going to see again here tonight because the Pistons, while they're not beating the doors off of anybody by any means defensively on this season as a whole, 28th defensive effective field goal percentage, they're 16th at home, partner. So a lot better at home against a team that's struggling on offense. I think we've got an edge right there. And offensively, this Pistons team is playing well enough to outpace a team that's struggling offensively is kind of what I'm trying to say here. I think they're going to exploit that Pelicans defense. On these rest splits here, Detroit 4-0, last 4 on 1 day's rest. They obviously had the rest advantage here. 5-1 last 6 overall against the number are the Pistons. 6-1 last 7 at home, partner, and 5-2 last 7 as a favorite. Now, that one sticks out to me because there are not too many spots over the last couple of years where we found the Detroit Pistons as a favorite, and when they have been, they have taken care of business. And the Pelicans, on the other hand, 1-4 last 5 on the second night of a back-to-back, which is where they find themselves tonight, and 7-15 last 22 on the road. So I believe it is 10-16 this season overall. So just not a very good road team this year. And with this struggling offense, I think they're going to struggle again here tonight with or without Brandon Ingram. So give me the Pistons -2, bet number 1 of the day.
I love it. I love it. It is, I had this one written down, pre-show. I said, damn, dude, I think I like the Pistons -2 today. Potential Twofer play. He says, best bet of the day, bro. I said, well, I'm in the boat with you, man. I ain't worried about it whatsoever. I think especially on the back-to-back after the Pels beat the Cavs last night as 7-point dogs. Everybody in their dogs themselves are going to be running back to the Pels tonight. There's a reason the Pistons are favored in this spot, and that 5-2 against the number last 7 as a favorite, you cannot ignore that. That is a very key number. This is a very key spot for the Pistons to cover. I love it. Detroit -2. The Pistons, that is, not Detroit Mercy. We're playing the NBA hardwood this time around, in case you are a college basketball fan. For RMags, first best bet of the day. I digress. I yield back. Partner, what's number 2?
Before I move on, I do believe it jumped up from -1. Could move up to 2.5, 3. I wouldn't take that one over -3 just before I move on here on that one, because it wouldn't surprise me if it does move up, actually.
You caught it at -1 is what you're saying?
No, sorry. I caught it at -2. I believe it opened at -1 was what I was saying, and
Gotcha.
I could see it moving up. I wouldn't go past -3 was all I was trying to say there.
Got you. There you go.
Alrighty, number 2, I'm going to a team that I backed last night. They are on a back-to-back, but they are playing another team that is on a back-to-back. I'm going to the Toronto Raptors. I caught them at -3. Seeing 2.5 in some spots, but that doesn't really concern me right now, partner. They're playing the Miami Heat in Toronto tonight. I already mentioned both teams on the back-to-back. Heat 1-4 are Miami, last 5 on the second night of a back-to-back against the number. And the Raptors 6-1 last 7 on the second night of a back-to-back. So they have been arguably the best team on second nights of back-to-backs here. We got another situation where star player for the Miami Heat, much like that last scenario that I talked about, Jimmy Butler is questionable once again here tonight. He was out last night. Not sure, completely unsure if he's going to play tonight. I like this one either way because not offensively, like I was talking about that last one, we're starting to see a little bit of a defensive lapse from Miami Heat right now, which I don't think is going to last too long, partner. But I don't believe that the second night of a back-to-back against a team that's playing really solid is the night to get things straightened out. They've given up 114 or more in each of the last 3 games. I believe last night was in the 122 variety to the Boston Celtics. And they only put up 92 last night. So I don't know if we see an offensive bounce back from them or not. I'm more so picking off the struggling on defense that I'm seeing here. And offensively for the Toronto Raptors, they've proven to be more efficient at home than on the road, and vice versa. Miami is less efficient on the road than at home. Believe it or not, that's something that typically makes sense. But I do believe it matters here tonight, partner. Toronto Raptors 5-0 last 5 Tuesday games, 7-0 last 7, and these are against the number versus are at home versus a team with a winning road record. So when good teams come into their building, they've taken care of business. They're 7-2 last 9 as a home favorite. So I think we've got a good spot here for the Raptors on with both these teams being on a back-to-back. I like the Raptors -2, -3, wherever you're seeing it. Probably wouldn't go past -4 on this one either, partner. I don't think it's going to get up to that, but if we do see it there, I wouldn't go past that. But give me the Raptors -3 to close me out for the day, my friend.
It ticked up to 3.5 for a little while, but it's holding firm now at 2.5. I don't think you got to worry about that whatsoever, and I don't think you got to worry about the Pistons going anywhere either. I think both dogs in these spots are going to be extremely overvalued, and you're not going to have to worry about that number going up. So I think you wasted a little bit of breath you're going to want back on your deathbed, if I do say so myself. But terrific analysis nonetheless, good sir. Anything else you need to dish out in regards to those 2 best bets of the day, my friend?
No, sir, don't believe so. PJ Tucker also questionable to out is the other person I didn't mention.
Ooh, well, that is definitely something to note there for sure. Appreciate you and your picks as always, my friend. Let's keep this proverbial podcast party rocking with the second segment of the day, my best bets of the day. Okie dokie artichokes, strap back in, keep the Jordans on, and get ready to go to the college basketball hardwood after my partner just gave you 2 absolute locks, winners, 25-unit whale max plays on the NBA hardwood. Now, we're talking websites across the land charge $200, $300 a pop for the plays that you just gave out. Ramp it up. We got another 3 that are worth about $300 to $400 a pop as well. So we're talking about you are getting a bundled package of over $1,000 worth of plays for free $99. You better believe it. Strap back in. My 3 best bets of the day. First one, going to the Creighton Blue Jays against the UConn Huskies. And my friends, this is the Big East eliminator. We are taking the Creighton Blue Jays plus 10.5. This is really more of a spot play than anything for me, my friends. Creighton is coming off of back-to-back losses and failed covers, and that is not something they have done since the beginning of the year. They are due for a huge bounce back here tonight. I don't care that it's on the road. I don't care that it's in UConn. They are not losing 3 straight. They are not failing to cover 3 straight. They're 2-3 straight up on the road, 3-2 against the number on the road. However, those have all been against conference opponents, some of the higher level opponents in the conference like Villanova, like Marquette, and they've had the second ranked conference strength of schedule so far. So I think it's time for a little bit of positive regression on the road for these Blue Jays. Now, I know UConn has been solid at home, 9-1 straight up, but 5-5 against the number on their home hardwood. So a little bit too inconsistent for me, and they are coming off of a hard-fought 57-50 win over another Big East rival, DePaul. They were 9.5-point favorites in that spot, and they only won by 7, failed to cover there. So I think they come in just a little bit off, just a little bit rusty after having to travel to the Midwest, then back to the East, especially with those storms. I know I always say, hey, don't buy into all these storylines, but a little something to think about there in the back of your mind. Now, I think this is going to be a tough, gritty, dirty battle on the inside. Both teams are pretty similar in height. UConn's a little bit taller, 37th in overall height per KenPom, 53rd for Creighton, but they're extremely similar. And then the overall thing that jumped out for me is how good Creighton has been at just scoring overall. They're 94th in the nation in overall field goal percent, and UConn's 178th. So I think this inside battle, I don't think we're going to see a boatload of threes here today because both teams are pretty decent at defending the 3-ball. So I think we're just going to see an inside gritty battle, and that's a game that the Blue Jays can definitely win. They have more than enough firepower to keep this within 10.5. I can promise you that. And there's a 99% of consensus money bag on the Huskies, and that has just been an absolute deal breaker for teams left, right, and center all year long in college basketball. So I'm not buying into it regardless of how sharp it looks, and I'm taking all of the points with the Blue Jays. But you don't believe me, believe a couple of key trends. Now, Creighton is new in the Big East. This is only the 4th time that these two teams are being played or playing each other, and the last 3 times, Creighton's won all 3 of them. Creighton won by 3, by 8, and by 2. So now you're giving me 10.5 points with them. Sign me up every day of the week. Creighton's 4-1 ATS last 5 following a straight-up loss. 4-1 ATS last 5 following an ATS loss. 4-2 ATS last 6 as a dog. 6-2 against the number their last 8 Tuesday games. 8-4 ATS last 12 against a Big East opponent. And 5-3 against the number their last 8 overall are the Blue Jays. So a little minor scuffle, but I think they're back in action today. So first best bet of the day, the Big East eliminator. Blue Jays of the Creighton variety, plus 10.5.
I like it, my man. I mean, we kind of talked about this one a tiny bit. I just see it as just a good matchup for Creighton. This seems like the spot where throughout the season they've had some issues, but against this UConn team, it's a totally different story. Apples to oranges here, man. I mean, those Xavier games, those Villanova games, just totally different matchups, and I think you got the right spot here.
100%. This is going to be a dirty, gritty one, and I don't think this is going to be your classic. I'm not saying it's going to be another 57-50 like they just had, but it might not get much into the 70s, if at all, here today, my friends. So strap in. There's number 1. Let's go to number 2. The A-10 Annihilator. That's right. We're going to the matchup between the Davidson Wildcats and the St. Bonaventure Bonnies. We're taking the Wildcats plus 2.5. Now, typically, I would view Davidson as the public dog, but it simply has just not worked that way in college basketball all year long. The game that sticks out in my mind the most recently was the Alabama and LSU game. Obviously, not an SEC game here today, but at the same time, the exact same line, pretty much the exact same kind of conference positionings, exact same background behind the game. This game means a lot, and Davidson's number 1 in the A-10 right now, and I'm not buying into they're a dog, this is the game they lose. I've tried to buy into that all year long, and it simply has not been the case in the college basketball season. So I'm back in Davidson, plus 2.5 with confidence. This line has moved a little bit, 3.5, 2.5, back down to 2.5, all over the map, and I really think the books messed this line up. I think they ticked it up this morning to try and get some more public money. Oh my gosh, they're moving up to 3.5. We better put it in quick before it gets up to 4.5. And I think that's really why they moved that line this morning, to try and get back some of what they know they're going to absolutely get raked through the mud on the Bonnies as the home favorite. St. Bonaventure, 7-1 straight up at home. I love them for sure. Great, but 2-6 against the number overall. So I don't think they need to be favored in this spot. They have just been overvalued time and time again, especially against the best team in the A10. I think that is a setup line and a half for them. They were a 3.5-point favorite one other time here, and I guess it's dropped down to 2 now, so it doesn't really matter. But they did win the game only by 3 against Buffalo. So I foresee something very similar happening to that here today, because Davidson, I mentioned it, number 1 in the A10. They have been solid on the road. 6-1 straight up and against the number on the road this season. 2-1 straight up and 3-0 against the number as a road dog. They have failed to cover 3 straight games. Now everybody's, oh my gosh, Davidson's fallen off the map. They're 2-1 in those games. They just failed to cover a -11.5, a -3.5, and a -14.5. So they've just been a little overvalued, and they've only lost 1 game out of their last 10. So I'm not buying into the regression spot here at all for the Wildcats. Now, not going to be a defensive spectacular like the last matchup there in the Big East. This one's going to be all offense, so tune in. Hold on to your Tatoes, Dr. Jones, because it's going to get wild. But hey, we got a damn good advantage with the Wildcats. 76.9 points per game compared to the Bonnies, 70.6. Back to Davidson, 11th in AOE, 5th in effective field goal, 31st in offensive turnover percent, 7th in field goal percentage, and 5th in actual 3-point field goal percentage. So one of the better teams in the entire nation when it comes to offense. St. Bonaventure, 48th in AOE, but 192nd in effective field goal, 39th in offensive turnover percent, so a little bit more lackadaisical than the Wildcats. 175th in true field goal percentage and 266th in true 3-point field goal percentage. So I think the Wildcats absolutely shoot the lights out on the Bonnies here today. But you don't believe me? Believe the trends. Davidson, 8-1 against the number of their last 9 road games. That even goes back to last year. They've been solid as hell. 4-1 ATS their last 5 as a road dog. They're also 11-4 against the number last 15 following a straight up win. 38-18-1 against the number of their last 57 Tuesday games. And St. Bonaventure, 2-7 against the number of their last 9 following an ATS loss. They're also 1-6 against the number of their last 7 following a straight up win. 2-8 against the number of their last 10 as a favorite. Hello. 1-6 against the number of their last 7 as a home favorite. Hello. Davidson, 7-3 against the number of last 10 meetings, 4-2 against the last 6 in New York. That is where St. Bonaventure University is located, in case you find yourself in a trivia competition featuring that as the answer. I digress. Second best bet of the day, Davidson Wildcats, +2.5.
I like it, my man. I mean, one reason I like it, if they win this game, they've got a stranglehold on the damn conference. And not quite a wrap, but I mean,
pretty damn close.
Just pretty damn close, man. And the Bonnies are just, I don't know if people are still just have drunk goggles on because they saw a number next to their name when the season opened up. But they just, I mean, they're a good team, don't get me wrong. But they have been known. I mean, Davidson's fit that bill a lot closer than the damn Bonnies have. So I like it, man. I like it a lot.
And this is the spot that you would start to think, oh, the Bonnies are going to take care of business at home. And they go right in the suck hole, and you just say, son of a bitch, I should have listened to Colt on the TTL pod. Well, here you are. You're hearing it live in prime time. Lock it in. Third, final, best bet of the day from your boy. Going back to the Big East, but we're not eliminating, we're not annihilating. We are erasing every book off the face of the market on this beautiful Tuesday of best bets with the Big East Eraser. Going to Seton Hall against Georgetown, the Pirates versus the Hoyas, and we are taking under 149.5. Now, everybody is looking at this game as potentially one of the games of the night in the Big East. Looking at it, oh my gosh, both teams have been scoring like crazy. They're going to fly over the total. It's going to be so simple. I don't think so, my friends. This line opened up at 152, and it is quickly dropping down. Hey, shout out to Circa Sports out there, down to 148.5 on our good friends out there. Sorry, Jeff, we're going to be taking all of your money here today, my friend, if you keep dropping that line. My line, shout out Jeff Benson. Go follow my guy at Jeff Benson and at Circa Sports. Hope to see you guys soon. Peace and love. My line, though, 145.4. So we got plenty of room to work with. A solid handful of points, couple buckets. So I think this one is going to stay way under, much like my total yesterday. I've been having an eyes for these unders, and I like them a lot. Seton Hall has really been a wagon to the under this year and lately. 4-1 to the under in their last 5 overall, and Georgetown's kind of been hit or miss. But when they play a team that is an absolute wagon to the under, they themselves become a wagon to the under. There's a couple of key spots, so wrapping it up for the final time, you don't believe me, believe the trends. The under's 4-0 in Seton Hall's last 4 as a favorite, 9-1 their last 10 on the road, 7-1 their last 8 as a road favorite, and 10-1 their last 11 following a straight-up loss. The under's also 4-1 in Seton Hall's last 5 following an ATS loss, and 9-3 in their last 12 Tuesday games. You know, Tuesdays are bananas. Now, Georgetown under 10-3 in their last 13 Tuesday games, 10-4 their last 14 versus a team with a winning straight-up record, and the under is 10-4 in the last 14 meetings between these two teams, and 5-2 in the last 7 meetings. Buy all of the under, my friends. This is the key number too. When they go under, it's right around 152 to 148. Is absolutely electric. I love it. I see the general public buying into the over. And you got it here first. Seton Hall versus Georgetown under 149.5.
I like it, my man. I think we're going to see a solid performance defensively from Georgetown tonight, man. I mean, they obviously lost on Saturday, but 53-56, that seems to me the start of a defensive trend where Patrick Ewing is like, we can't score. I don't give a shit. Let's at least lock these damn boys down. And I think we see it again tonight, man. I think we do. I like it. I promise you,
because I cashed that ticket on Saturday, and the only thing that they are worried about right now is defense. They can't shoot worth a damn. It ain't clicking. No. Nothing's going. So I promise you, it's going to be a slow grinder out game. It's going to go way under, but hey, who am I? What the hell do I know? Your resident handicapper. Moving right along to the special play of the day. Hey, I just went down a quick rabbit hole in my mind. Our guest for tomorrow's episode of Wise Words. Talking about some stuff along that line, man. We got one hell of an episode coming your guys' direction. I can't wait to talk about it a little bit later. Might have a little bit to do with the NHL. Who's to say? Who's to know? Oh, wait. We might have an NHL leg in this upcoming Twofer Tuesday Parlay. Could you believe that we are back on the NHL ice? We have said, no. We are not hockey sharps. We apologize for what we have done to you fine folks. But not today. Not today. We do not apologize because we have found a new angle. We have learned of our mistakes. We, being smart degenerates, know that we are not the only ones out there with good insights or analysis, and know that there are much higher, smarter people out there than us. Well, maybe not higher.
Certainly not. We
Certainly
got that
not.
covered.
100% got you covered. Either way, number one in the game, 100%. Also, number one functioning in the game. Nobody's fucking with it. 100%. Nobody ever knows. Either way, my friends, we're going to the ice. We're also going to the college basketball hardwood. Twofer Tuesday. Now, cowpokes, I need you to put on your boots. I need you to get on them assless chaps. Throw on the fucking 6-shooters and get ready to light it up tonight, boys, because we got the Rangers and the Longhorns. Partner, could you tell them about the Longhorns?
We're going to, for the second straight week, partner, we didn't even talk about this. This isn't why we made the play, but for the second straight week, the Texas Longhorns on Twofer Tuesday on the damn road in the Big 12 are catching some freaking points. I guess I don't remember if they were favored or the dog last week, but nonetheless, they are plus 4.5 or plus 4 today on the road at Texas Tech. Chris Beard going back to his former team, and I do believe the Texas Longhorns are, as we both do believe, the Texas Longhorns, I think they can win this game, put it closer to I honestly put this closer to Texas minus 1.5, 2 in this specific spot, but you're giving us those extra 4 points, man. We talked about it. This defense has just elevated, and you kind of mentioned something about potentially why that I really like, partner, and I'll let you lay that down, but 51, 50, and 51 points allowed the last 3, and that's OK State, TCU, and Tennessee. That is not, no scrub opponents by any means. Those are some very respectable opponents. So the defense reigns supreme. The total kind of illustrates that point, being right around 120. So I love the Longhorns once again on Twofer Tuesday, man, on the road here.
100%, my man. If you look back historically, you might look at this one and say, oh my gosh, Texas Tech absolutely owns Texas. Well, wouldn't you know, Chris Beard has been the fucking coach of Texas Tech for the last decade, and now maybe Texas just hired him so they would stop losing this fucking matchup every single year. Hi, how you doing? It's your resident handicapper stopping by again. Take the Longhorns +4, first leg of the day. Easy money on that one. Now lace up the skates. Sharpen up the blades a little bit and grab the old wood because it's time to rip a couple slap shots. Hopefully, not hopefully, just 3 of them. That's all we need. We just need 3 of them to find the back of the twine, okay? We're going to the New York Rangers against the Florida Panthers, and we ain't taking a side. We ain't even taking a total, my friends. Well, we kind of are taking a total. We're going to the New York Rangers, and we're taking over 2.5 goals for the Rangers at -142 odds. Combining those two gets us over the +200 mark, so we love to see that. +231 on the Twofer Tuesday Parlay with that leg added. But we talked with our guest of the day for tomorrow's Wise Words show, and he's an NHL expert over at the old wagerdoc.com, and a little hint there. And we talked about what angles can we target? What can we see? Because we see these dogs and like they should have the value, and then we get raked in overtime, or we just barely lose it on the puck line or whatever. And he's like, have they been playing really good teams? I'm like, yeah, for sure. And I won't ruin the whole conversation for you, but this is kind of the deduction of where we came to, and we have found a new angle. So the New York Rangers over 2.5 goals. One key thing for me is that the Rangers have scored over 2 goals in 8 of their last 10 games. So been pretty easy for them. I think they continue that trend. Partner, I know you don't care to go down any rabbit holes when it comes to hockey. You got your skates on, so I won't kick it over to you. I appreciate you having your pads on and your skates and present here for the twofer, but maybe you got something.
I'll try and throw a little slapper.
Okay.
Between these two teams, the Rangers have scored, at least from what I can see, the last 5 games have scored at least 3 or more in each of the last 5 games. Because I only see the last 5 games. Who knows if it could go beyond that?
Well,
I don't know. But they can score against the Panthers, is what I'm saying.
How about this? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of their last 10, they've all gone over 2.5. My friends, I mean, the writing is on the doggone wall. How about a live handicap for you right there? There you go. There you have it. Your resident handicapper checking in one more time. Second leg of the Twofer Tuesday Parlay. New York Rangers over 2.5 total goals. All right. I love that.
Love it.
Wow. Hey, that feels like one that's going straight to the pay window, my man. I like that too for today. I like that a lot. And
there's one other thing that I kept going at from last week that we're about to see in a second here, though. So.
Oh, okay, for sure, 150%. We'll get there very shortly. I also love the fact that it's a little bit of kind of Rangers and Longhorns. We didn't even really.
I didn't catch that part of it, but I love it.
Just kind of blossomed into that as well. So there you go. There you have it. The cowpoke twofer. That's what we'll call it. The old cowpoke twofer. Oh, how about that, baby? Send it. That's what I'm putting to some. I'm putting it in my tracker. Like, the old cowpoke twofer. All right, my friends. Without further ado, it is time. Oh, I see what you did. I see what a little RJ, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Little reverse jinx. We give them the credit on the show and they fuck up live in prime time. Little RJ, if you will. So without further ado, my friends, it's time to recap all of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day for this beautiful Tuesday of bets, February the 1st, 2022. There you go. There you have it. If you do not know what me and Max were just talking about, hey, we put up the opposing team's hardwood in the background, and it generally gives them a little, I don't know, they start seeing weird things start happening. I have no idea what goes on, but I tell you what, when the TTL Crew does this, that team don't win.
Not only that, but brought the orange like I did last week. It was a lot easier to tell last week. We were at TCU on purple, and it was orange.
But
so
also
brought
at the same time,
into town today. That's where.
But it was also the same doggone thing.
Yeah.
So hey, at the same time, we got a little RJ coming out. You're a fan of the RJs. That's what we're doing here on the show. And without further ado, rip out your sports book, pull out your pen, pencils, and whatever mode, means, or method you use to take stock of the TTL Crew's best bets of the day. Because here they come, right at you. Turn your attention, top left portion of your screen, or if you are listening, it's time for RMags picks. He's got 2 coming at you. He's taking the Detroit Pistons -1 and the Toronto Raptors -3. I have already locked those in, and I suggest you do as well. Top right of your screen, you see my picks, 3 coming at you, all from the college basketball hardwood. Taking the Creighton Blue Jays +10.5, the Davidson Wildcats +2.5, and the under 149 in the matchup between the Seton Hall Pirates and the Georgetown Hoyas. Right above us, you see it, the old cowpoke twofer featuring the Longhorns and the Rangers. Hammer in the Texas Longhorns +4 and the New York Rangers over 2.5 goals, parlayed up for an over 2-to-1 odds payout. You know we love that on Twofer Tuesday. My friends, affix bayonets. Come join the crew deep in the trenches for today's battle with the books. And if you could be so kind, lock these bad boys in, hammer them home, sprinkle a little bit of dough down, whatever you need to say. Just make sure you get today's TTL crew best bets of the day that are clearly primed for ticket cashing into whatever the current best line is on your favorite sports book.
Oh, baby.
Let's go.
Oh, baby.
I'm hyped. I see, let me move the whole screen there. I see 5 going straight to the pay window. I see nice little special play, too, getting a little extra juice there. I also see some additional text on this screen, partner. And I would say ML Dice Roll, Cal/Dow. Cal/Dow. What in the world could that possibly mean? Well, if you are questioning that, you don't have to anymore, because it is time for the Moneyline Dice Roll of the Day. Hey, partner, did I have the best bet? Did I have this thing going a minute ago? Did I just take that away?
I have absolutely no idea.
I'm pretty sure I had that going.
I think you had that one going. Yeah,
I think I did.
So.
I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Either way. Best vitamins in the game. Moneyline Dice Roll. It is the Calgary Flames and hashtag Texas Hockey, the Dallas Stars. What you got?
Thought of a genius idea for a sponsorship, though, as far as some type of vitamins or CBD. Or,
come on, lay it on me.
As far as that situation where you forgot, then it was just like, and presenting.
And presented by that moment of brain fuckery. Holy shit, hey, dude, that's funny as fuck.
Seriously,
hold on.
though.
Let me write that
Brain
down.
Labs is brought to you by
That short
CBD.
circuit is brought to you by Uncle Joey's Laughing Gas. All right. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's time for the Moneyline Dice Roll of the Day. I'm all over the place. I got to get our doggone guests over here. Partner, you care to tell all of our lovely fans out there, everybody joining us here for today's show, who's the home team, who's the away team, what's these lines here? We got a few more to go through than usual with hockey. What's the old deets on the matchup over there?
All right, so the details we've got here. We've got the Flames coming into Dallas. The Flames are the favorite in this matchup. -126 on the money line. Dallas Stars +105. The total is 5.5. As far as on the spread, we talked about it. If we get the Calgary Flames, we'll stick with that -1.5 +210. But if the Stars if we get the home spread, home ATS, home puck line, +1.5, that is -265. So we're going to ignore that and re-roll the damn dice because we ain't asking to eat that type of chalk over here. But nonetheless, we've got the Flames -126, Stars 105, +105, and the total is 5.5, partner.
Okay. I like how it sounds. Doesn't seem like the line movement, or there has been a lack of line movement, rather. Typically don't have to worry about that too much in NHL. So not too much for the dice to concern themselves with. Hopefully not that +1.5. We can avoid that. But without further ado, my friends, it is time for the first roll of the day. Are we going with the home team, hashtag Texas Hockey, Dallas Stars, or the Calgary Flames? I don't know. Neither does Mags, but I assure you we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Home team.
All right.
Home team. That is a home team. Home team. Okay.
Nice.
Home team. Now, let's see how good oh yeah, that's risky business. That's risky business. Moneyline or ATS? Are we gonna have to re-roll this time? Thanks for setting the rules there, partner. Or are we getting a little plus money poly action here? Soon we find out. Your internet's leaving you in some funny ass spaces. We find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Moneyline.
Okay.
It is the Moneyline, the home team. Oh fuck, home team Money line. There you go.
I love it.
Home team
I
unofficially.
love it.
Home team. Ooh, I caught them too. Home team money line. Now it is time for the wild
Need to do the
card roll.
flip to yourself next time.
All right, I got it. I'll flip them on the bill and catch them. Okay. Wild card roll. Now, my friends, are the die doubling down? Are they saying, hey, first hockey game we've gone to in a while? We've been telling you guys to get off of NBA and college basketball. We have no idea what we're doing there. That's why we've been dishing out losers. Please let us put on our skates. Maybe that's what's been going on. I don't know. Maybe they're going to the total. They're going to give us 2 tickets to cash tonight in a huge bout of redemption. I'm not sure. Neither is Mags, but I can promise you that we all find out in 3, in 2, in 1. Over
5.5.
I went after because I thought it was going to go off the table, but it did not go off the table, and it is right on the over.
Over 5.5. I love it. Stars on the over.
The dice have spoken! If you want to guaranteed take 2 tickets straight to the pay window tonight, no questions, no qualms, no queries, none of the bullshit will be heard from me or Mags. Not per either one of us, but per the all-knowing, ever-present, ever-powerful, inanimate objects, but ticket-cashing Moneyline dice. Hammering right here, right now. The Dallas Stars on the money line, and the over 5.5 goals in their matchup tonight with the Calgary Flames. Thank you, Dice.
Thank you, Dice.
Okay, track it real quick. We'll see if the dice are back in action. I like Texas hockey a lot. Shout out Gump Cathcart, my guy, man. He is a big Texas hockey guy. I've been tuning into That's Hockey Talk from time to time. They are an absolute electric factory. But we got Texas money line and the over 5.5. Over 5.5. Also, let me shout out old Chris Otto. Because that was electric. I followed his Twitter last night. We found out about this guy also because of our Wise Words episode. Yeah. So this one is absolutely. I mean, not that every one of our guests aren't electric and we don't have just wise words on top of wise words, but this one was a blast. A little bit of I said it at the beginning of the show in the intro, but a little bit of millennial vibe going on. Not to say you old heads can't come around and hang out with the kids, but a little bit of millennial vibe. Pretty cool. But where the hell was I going with? Oh, that's right. That's what I was doing. It is PSU Auto at PSU Auto. I don't know if that's Sue Auto or like, but Chris Otto, I'm pretty sure is his name. Right. But it's at PSU Auto, OTTO, PSUOTTO, and he pretty much puts out some of the best just hockey analysis, all types of shit, this, that, left and right. And I mean, he puts out spreadsheets, period totals, stuff to bet. If there's something that's like jumping off the screen, he's like, hey, guys, check this out right now. So I would seriously suggest go give him a follow. Pretty solid night, if I do say so myself. A lot of green, little minimal red on that. So
I love it. Yeah,
there you go.
Put some good value on those. What it looks like, I was diving into it a little bit. Put some actual, like, tangible good value on whether or not you can take over-unders and periods, and even that goal or no goal in the first 10 minutes, which has kind of been an entertainment play, but he actually has some numbers that might lend it into finding value on that. So I love it, man.
He sure does, my man. So I want to shout him out. That's a guy for sure, up and coming. I just found. I mean, he's been around since 2009. About 4,000 followers. Let's blow him up. Get him some more followers because he's doing some solid shit over there. All right, there you go. There you have it. The Moneyline Dice roll of the day. Hey, you want your own set? That segment was brought to you by MoneylineDice.com. Check me out. You want your own set of Moneyline Dice or any of the other sick-ass merch they got over there, tracking book, MMA scorecard, or the other wearable merch they got, stop on by, nothing off limits, drop it in your cart. Hey, we got a little discount code for you, too, if you do decide to. 10% off your first order with TTL10, TTL10 at checkout. 10% off your first order, MoneylineDice.com. Start rolling with the crew. And, hey, maybe your set, you can cash some tickets. Maybe you don't have to fade your set for this time being. I don't know. Get yourself a set. If you're a huge MMA fan, get yourself an MMA scorecard so you can really give all the judges the middle fingers when they score the fights the wrong way, because I did that this past weekend. It felt really good inside. It felt really good because then I was like, no, I kept track of this thing the whole time. I'm not biased at all. This is bullshit. They got that whole thing wrong. So that's my little free plug for the boys over there at MoneylineDice.com. Okie dokie, my friends. The proverbial podcast train has gone off the tracks now. Very steaming right along. Very quick. I don't know what I was going to say very quick.
Cruising.
No fucking sense. 48 minutes after 10. Well, shit, we ain't even fucking 10 minutes to 11. So, my friends, we got plenty of time here. Try and cut it off maybe 11:30 because... Let's see here. I'm going to just do a quick little, hopefully this...
Yeah, do it.
Ooh, it's gotten fucking overcast so fast, Mags. Yeah, I mean, it is. Ooh, boy. So, hey, if you are in the Chicagoland area, you probably know we got the storms coming. I don't want to fuck this up. Gosh darn it. I probably shouldn't have done that, but either way. We got storms coming, so if you ain't got no groceries, done your shit, go... Well, everybody's going to go do their fucking shit right now, but... I forgot I ain't got fucking cat food, so I gotta fucking go get cat
Well, it's
food.
also it's raining first, dude. That cold net. Oh, that's some of my least favorite. Not to go down a weather fucking rabbit hole, but that
it's not
35, 40 degree, and it's just raining hard. Oh, that might be
not
my least
ideal.
favorite shit.
It's
dude.
not because it's not freezing. It's not ideal. It's not ideal at all. But
Anyways.
there you
We
go.
need to talk
There
about
you
weather.
have it. Yeesh. Let's get into the second half of the show so I can get out there and get back in here as fast as fucking possible.
Yeah.
Partner, anything burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you have been dying to get out to the kind folks that joined us on episode number 214 of the TTL Pod on this beautiful first day of the month, February the 1st, 2022.
All right, dude, we can take this a few different ways. And like you said, we can keep this short and sweet. So we can either, I was trying to find some nonsense to talk about, but there really ain't much nonsense going on. I did see one thing as far as, and then I had another option that was not really nonsense, but at least good conversation in sports world. But I keep seeing, because a lot of times like trending Tuesday is what I try to do and maybe think about, but there's a news report going of like what is it called? Golden Corral buffet brawl or something like that because they ran out of steak. So there's just like the video of this like full on brawl at a Golden Corral, dude. Yeah, dude.
Hey, bro,
it's nuts.
Sidebar on that before we go down this. Don't take me to a Golden Corral, cuz last time I was at a Golden Corral, I had to have
You got in a bar fight or you got in a buffet fight?
No, I didn't get a fucking buffet fight. That would have been fucking electric, though. No, I fucking had to have, I didn't drive there, and I had to have the operator of the motor vehicle pull over to the side of the road so I could relieve myself, let's say, because it was I can't control myself when I go there. They take a trip to Mexico, stop on by the Great Wall of China, slide on over to Japan, and I'm sure motherfuckers were just getting all pissed off in between the old Tex-Mex and the fucking churros, and they said, what the fuck? Hey, you get the last churro, you fat ass. No, you get the last churro. Fuck you, fatty. No, you fatty. And then all of a sudden, you got two big old fatzos going at each other's throats in the old Golden Corral buffet.
Yeah. So if you're if you're listening to this, you haven't seen this, dude. It's like chairs flying. You've never seen old people move faster in your life. It's a crowd, and at first you just see a bunch of old people like, oh, we're out of here, and then you just start seeing chairs flying, dude. To Golden Corral. I saw like actual news outlets put it out, but just madness, dude. I'm staring at a dude like a woman's trying to take a chair out of a man's hand, like. It's just absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Because they ran out of fucking steak at Golden Corral buffet. Apparently, allegedly. Excuse me.
See, I said churros and it was fucking steak. So either way, I mean, goodness, I'm telling you, Golden Corral does things to people, man. There's an aura in that place that you just see all that food. And man, you go back because you really wanted that doggone piece of steak. There ain't no doggone steak, and you just saw fat ass Larry rip off the last piece of steak, and he didn't think about nobody or tell nobody they needed more. You don't be taking no.
That country fried steak ain't no joke, dude.
It ain't no joke, dude. Especially if it ain't got no fucking gravy. It'd be a fight and a half. Oh.
Okay, so that was the nonsense I had. I don't know how to transition over because unless you got more nonsense to talk about, I'm totally down for more nonsense. We haven't talked about college basketball futures in a while, so total 180. But
that's the fucking transition you want to go for. Goodness gracious, all Friday. We'll go into that in a second. Not nonsense, but I tweeted out from the TTL page this morning. If you guys didn't see it, sick as hell. This kid, Cooper Denny. Apparently one of the biggest Columbus Blue Jackets, little dude, huge fan, and he obviously is what not a baller. What would you call a skater? He's just a damn gangster, is what he is. He's a damn gangster. He is a baller, but on the ice. And this man is a little dude. He can't 10, 12, I don't fucking know, but
I
he
couldn't
does
tell, yeah.
a full scoop 360 and throws it over the goalie's shoulder like a damn dog, bro. Damn dog. Cooper Dunny is just absolutely blowing up this morning, so I'm going to give him some big ups. He was number 9 or 10 on SE top 10 this morning,
Okay.
so I was
Hey,
like,
that ain't no
hell
joke.
yeah, that was raw. That was absolutely raw,
It
dude.
is? I think we're going to start seeing those types of, like, at least on, like, shootouts in the NHL over the next decade. We're going to start seeing those, right? Because it's like I've seen clips like that across the world, and it's like, oh, my gosh. But then we never see it in the NHL, and maybe it's because those people only work on those type of skills, and they don't actually translate to a full-speed hockey game. I don't know. I ain't a hockey expert, but
100%.
6 shootout goals, though, 100%.
Yeah, 100%, dude. We got UFC coming back up this weekend too. Can't forget about that. Before we dive into college basketball, Strickland versus Hermanson. That's gonna be absolutely electric. I cannot wait for that card, dude. I was trying to kind of scroll through here, see if they've added anything. I'm sure they have by now. I was also kind of trying to go through trending as you were going over those shots. Sam Alvey against Phil Hawes. That should be interesting. Old Smiling Sam making his return. Julian Arosa against Steven Peterson, and they made Arosa a minus 300 favorite. I bet you Julian Arosa loses that fight as a minus 300 favorite.
Okay.
I bet you he loses that fight. It's
Okay.
because he won his last fight, and he's always good as a dog, and then he comes back in his next match, and he loses, man, and they overvalue him every single time. It's crazy. Miles Johns against John Castaneda. John Castaneda. That's going to be a scrap and a half. John's only lost one fight. He's a minus 220 favorite, so I'll have to find a way to be able to back him, but I do like him there. I like Hakeem Dawadu against Michael Trezano. That's going to be a scrap. Dawadu's 12-2-1, and Trezano's 10-1, so that one's going to be absolute bananas. Jason Witt and Phil Rao, that's going to be bananas. We got a double Brazilian fight, so we'll have to see what the hell happens there. Danilo Marquez against Halton Almeida. I haven't heard of Almeida. This must be his UFC debut. Sure seems like it would be. It would be. Yeah, he just fought on Dana White's Contender Series and got a sick-ass submission. Okay, so that should be a little interesting Brazilian fight to pop things off. You know me, hashtag DBAB. And then a few other little no-names here and there. But, Shavkat Rakhmonov and Carlston Harris, those are two guys you really don't know much about. But Rakhmonov, 14-0. He's a stone-cold killer, boy. We'll see what he does here on this card. But as per usual, UFC blog, it'll be out Saturday morning, maybe Friday night, just depending on what we get around to, what happens, the usual shit. What else you got on your side of the world, partner?
We haven't talked about it yet. Have you seen, it appears that Jim Harbaugh flying out to interview for the Vikings job.
According
to Tom Pelissero.
Vikings job. You don't say.
Side spoke Saturday to gauge his interest in the job. Another step towards him potentially returning to the NFL, which surprises me. I don't know.
That shocks the shit out of me. I mean, if he's really doing that, the only mindset is like, hey, I've pretty much peaked with what I can do with Michigan here. Like,
right,
I don't think
what
there's
I've been
any
saying the whole time, right?
Yeah, there's not any higher I can get. I beat Ohio State like I needed to in Ann Arbor.
But what? Here it is once. I got my ass kicked for 5 years. I got to climb the mountain the one time, got to the CFB. That's it. I'm done. I don't buy that, dude.
I don't understand that whatsoever. So I don't know if that's how it all shakes out. I don't know if he leaves, but I just feel like this is, hey, we ain't doing anything anyway. I'll fly over to Minnesota, see some of my old friends. Fuck, whatever, no big deal. I'll hang out. I'll interview real quick. If nothing else, I'll use it as a leverage piece. Hey, here's what they offered me. You want me around. Right. This is an NFL team offering me this shit. So, hey, here you go. Here you have it. And then Michigan will lock him in for another 5 years for $70 trillion. So, I mean,
yeah, whether that's like now or in the future, even just like giving Michigan that like perceived like, oh, maybe he will, whether it's now or in 4 years, if we sign him to another extension, maybe there's at least that carrot of the NFL that we gotta sprinkle on an extra $5 million. So yeah, I like where your head's at with that. I think that has to be what it is. Otherwise, that would be such a weird one for that to be the only opportunity that he's essentially interested in at this point either.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. We saw it yesterday, the Super Bowl tickets, Super Bowl prices are absolutely ungodly right now. Yeah. Do you think, and this kind of got me down a track of player play and all, or player pay, and all that shit. Do you think that we will ever see, or I think we will, how soon do you think we will see the first $1 billion contract in the NFL? We got a half a billion with Patty Mahomes, 500 million, and that man just got bounced by Joey Stud Burrow, who's about to get fucking paid in the next couple years here, coming off of a fresh ACL injury, mind you. So,
I mean, shit, man. With the way sports gambling revenues are starting to bleed in, the contracts are only going to get, or the TV deals, I'm saying, are only going to get bigger. Which, when those get bigger, the player contracts get bigger. So if it's not 10 years from now, man, I wouldn't be surprised if whoever the next stud quarterback is that is up off his rookie deal in 5 years wouldn't. Maybe not that soon. Give me 10 years. Give me 10 years.
If Joe Burrow fucking wins the Super Bowl. If Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl, he'll be the first $1 billion man off of that rookie deal. And that's still 3 years. That's still 3 more years. Because it was last year, he got hurt. He barely fucking played any of it. He barely got any of his rookie fucking incentives out the damn door, for fuck's sakes. And then he ripped his shit all to pieces. And then he come in and he balls out this year. So we got 3 more years minimum on that rookie deal, unless they want to lock him down and pay him on the 4th or after the 4th. So mark my words. I don't know, man. All I know is that the ether out there in the cryptocurrencies, the NFTs, the shit. And I'm going to tweet, shout out. I'm going to tweet something out a little bit later for all you guys. Because a lot of people have been low-key like texting me or what up, like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like everybody's talking about these NFTs now, and I really need to get in. Like, I'm about to tweet something out. It's 10 keywords, not for me. Not for me, not for me, for you. Please, 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 please. Do not be the dipshits that sat on the fucking couch. Well, what the fuck is the internet anyway? Fucking stupid fucking shit. Well, now we have our own show on the internet about 20 years after that fact, and we have Web3 on the horizon. Now, you might not know what that means, but that's one of the keywords in there. I'm going to put that out. I got it from somebody else. I want you guys to research that. Do it for you. Learn about it, because I'm telling you, right now is a dip of crypto, and this next fucking boom is going to blow your socks off. And I would suggest, not investment advice, getting in at the dip. Who am I? What the fuck do I know? You want to know anything? Holla at your boy. Total fucking rabbit hole there, but I'm on the hype train, man. I'm on the hype train. I absolutely love it.
I was doing a little, digging last night myself. So yeah.
I don't know what got me into that the rabbit hole of crypto though. What?
As far as the NFL
player pay
contracts.
Player pay. Even players are taking half of their fucking contracts in fucking Bitcoin. Yeah. You're telling me that Tom Brady, who has bought into FTX and owns NFTs of his own, is not going to retire from the NFL and figure out a way to start paying players through cryptocurrency and have his hands in the fucking league for the rest of his life? You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind if you're telling me he didn't see. Hey, you might not be able to put your business mind around that, or you might not have the business mind to even see that shit, but that is what is going to happen. I promise you, that is where the future is. Your favorite things in the world, when you see your favorite celebrities, your favorite sports, your favorite foods and restaurants and that are starting to go to a specific trend, it's not elitist. It's because that's why those people got to the fuck where they are. They see these trends, they have enough delusion to believe them, and here I am on my soapbox, but have a little delusion. Buy in a little early, and maybe you just might find this son of a bitch. This old Colt guy might be right. I don't know. Who am I? What am I to say? But yeah, man, that's a whole other fucking world in and of itself. I mean, and then you combine sports gambling and mobile betting, and that's all on, oh my days, my friends. Oh my days. You have no ideas what the shit is, what the shit's coming up. But partner, get me out of this rabbit hole. What else you got over there?
I've got nothing crazy, dude. Unless you want to dive into quick, like what our temperature is as far as the future CBB market is concerned, or even just thoughts of, like who we think's got some value to win the whole thing, conference championships, Final Four. We make it quick because I feel like it was a few weeks ago that we did this. Now, obviously, a lot of things have kind of played out here. Oh, hang on. Breaking news, my friend. Caleb Williams transferring to play for ex-coach Lincoln Riley in USC.
Wow.
Rip,
so they had it planned,
dude.
They had it planned the whole time. He was never going to Wisconsin. What a bunch of bullshit. What a bunch of assholes, but we were so excited.
Of course he wasn't going to Wisconsin.
No, we were so excited for that. That would have been so electric. Fuck.
I knew it was too good to be true.
Yeah, doggone it. Okay, well,
Hey, man.
At least
I like Caleb Williams. That's, I mean,
I
shit.
do too. I do too.
Makes sense. Coming to play for the guy you already played for.
Well, who was, did what's his nuts graduate? Or was he, I feel like he was a junior.
Spencer Radler?
No. In USC. Yano, not Yano. What the fuck? I can't think of what the hell his last name was. I don't know. Either way, I think he was a junior last year, so I'm thinking that's going to be
Slovis?
Yes, Caden Slovis. Yes, yeah. So I think that's going to be like. I don't think he graduated. I know it's going to be another competition, but I feel like if Caleb
his ass transfers now, he was a junior.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Slovis. I thought he was a junior. So yeah, I think he probably goes somewhere else because there's no way Williams is going to transfer in and then go back to being a fucking the second string role. No, he's following Lincoln to go win a damn natty ship. They're trying to bring the Trojans.
Is gone.
Yeah, they're trying to bring the Trojans back to the Trojans. I think honestly, Lincoln just thought he had topped out all of his recruiting capabilities at Oklahoma, and that was it. He needed to go to the East Coast because, like, honestly, I mean. It's a little bit easier to sell kids on sliding to the East Coast versus, hey, come into the middle of bumblefuck nowhere, Oklahoma, and hang out. Not to say there are some nice cities in Oklahoma for sure. Like if you've never been there, but I'd rather go to the West Coast.
On top of all of that, 100% agree with that. It also gives them such an easy path at least to the CFP as compared to Oklahoma now going to the SEC, where you could have and I still think he has as good of a chance at building a contender that can win the whole damn thing at USC, man, because it's still, I mean, I think our generation, or I guess you can't really count it as our generation, but even that 20-year-old generation still is aware of what USC used to be and the bright lights that they used to be in all the time in the mid-2000s, man. I think he can get back to that for sure, and this is probably the first domino to fall as far as Caleb Williams. I think maybe not this offseason necessarily, but over the next year or two, where I think we're going to start seeing a lot more big news coming through USC.
Yeah, dude, I think so too. And especially like with these NIL deals, like, man, we ain't even scratched the surface of that fucking shit yet. I mean, for fuck's sakes, we had a Kansas fullback. I can't even think of the kid's name now. And fucking Applebee's was paying him fucking a couple $100K to sit down and fucking, you just walked up. I bet everybody and their dogs come in. You want to better believe fucking every Applebee's in the state of Kansas fucking saw revenue shoot up for the next month because of that. I'm telling you, my friends. The shift. It's right here. I'm telling you, boys. I'm telling you, girls. Call me fucking crazy now. Feel free to quote me later, bitch. I'm telling you. That's all I can say. You might think I'm fucking nuts with my goofy fucking, shout out to Brew Crew. You see me with my Ether Brew fucking, my PFP profile picture. You might think it's crazy, but I'm telling you, it's fine. Okay, you ain't gonna want to miss out on the boat. That's all I'll tell you. I'm telling you, man, everything keeps circling around, and it's just like, hey, motherfuckers, hello. So there you go. There you have it. How about some updates, some announcements, TTL wise, then we'll get some motivation minutes and college basketball, dude.
Yeah, we can make it quick. As far as let's talk.
Yeah.
Who do you think's got some value these days as far as winning the whole damn thing?
Winning the whole damn thing, man, I honestly am still, like, I just think, because how often have we talked about Arizona now? Like, they are just so under the radar, overvalued, like, it's just coasting in there, man, and they've stuck pretty consistently right around that plus 1,600 mark. I like them. I like Mick Cronin, more consistent than a few good men on a rainy Sunday. Shout out CC John Rothstein. I like them in that spot, man, to potentially come back and make a run, give everybody a run for their money. Baylor should not be up as high as they are. I think they're a very similar team, but it's very hard to go back and do that a year again and have the run they had. The Zags, I don't know.
650. That, I mean, as far as the value play, no, hell no. Give me out on that. What I was going to say, the team we talked about today, if their defense is for real, the way they're starting to pick up, freaking Texas at plus 4,500, dude. Chris Beard has had Texas Tech pregame close. I think they had him in wasn't that losing to Virginia in the championship a few years ago?
Yeah, and he had him in the Sweet 16 too. I'm pretty sure last year, wasn't it? Or what was that? Or was it the Elite Eight? No, it was Sweet 16.
I guess I'm not sure about that last year, but I know they were in the championship at least 3 years ago or something like that. But if their defense continues the way it's going, I mean, you talked about it. Chris Beard, he's in his first year. It's going to take a second for them to be firing on all cylinders. That's what I liked about what you said about that the most. And they're at a point where is their offense unbelievable? No, not by any means. But if they get that defensive output, it doesn't take more than 65, 70 points a game to take care of business with that defense. So, which it wasn't quite what they were getting for a while, which why they had so many letdowns, right? So I think Texas at plus 4,500's got some value there, dude.
Dude, I was glossing right over that. I really like what you're saying there, man. A man using my own words after my own heart. I love it, dude. That, holy shit.
Plus 800 to get to the Final Four.
At plus 4,500 has a lot of value there, my friend. I like what you just laid down. I honestly, I can't counter that with anything better right now. Like that's
800 Final Four too, dude.
That's top notch. I like Auburn. I like Auburn to make a Final Four run. They just seem really fucking damn dominant. Plus 270 is a little bit. Yeah, it's right there. I want to see exactly what happens because like that puts them with the Kansas, the Kentuckys, the Dukes. I mean, that's just like
I know. I mean, it just seems like the books are expecting them to not fall off a cliff, but at least regress a little bit, and maybe they're out kicking their coverage a little bit. But I don't think so.
Well, I mean, shit. We got about 8 games now, 7 games, 10 games for some teams. Just kind of depends. Yeah. So we'll start to dive into this and kind of look like who has a value, what's going on, where are things moving. Because it's definitely good to kind of have an eye on this for sure. Because obviously, like I just said, you're going to see the Dukes, the Kentuckys, the UNCs, all those, the UCLAs, Kansas, all that shit is going to be up there. Baylor's going to be up there. So. Yeah, anybody and their dogs can walk to the books and hammer that in. So our job is to find the value for you and actually who's that going to be one-off team that's going to make it in there. It's not going to be all 4 blue bloods, for fuck's sakes. Like, it doesn't happen that way. So
Gonzaga, Duke, Kentucky. No.
Yeah, it don't happen that way. Like, yeah, it's going to be Gonzaga, Baylor, Duke, and Kentucky. Yep, that's how it's going to shake out. Like, just no. So we'll start to dive into that. Conference winners, for the most part, a lot of these conferences – a lot of teams have it locked up. The Big Ten is still pretty fucking tricky. Purdue's pretty much got it locked up for the most part, but they got to win out, kind of still beating teams down because they're plus 170. So if they scuffle at all and they let Michigan State catch them, they're in a little bit of trouble. And then the Big 12. Big 12 is also going to be a little interesting with Kansas doing a little bit of scuffle-wuffle here over the weekend at the Fog. What you got?
Fucking speaking of breaking news, Ochai Agbaji will not travel to Iowa State tonight and will not play tonight due to COVID protocols for the Kansas Jayhawks. I knew we should have done it, Mags. I knew we should have done it. I knew we should have done it. Fuck. Wow. That value's gone. Don't go hammer that in. That value's gone. Fuck, dude. Damn it, I knew I should have scooped that 4.5. I was like, why does this just feel so fucking... Why does this feel like Kansas is... They knew it. They knew it before anybody else did. That's why they set that line like that. Son of a bitch. Trust your gut, kids. You ever see something like that, just trust your fucking gut. We talked about it. It's like, why? Why? Well, there you go. Abaji is not going to be on a coat. All right. Hell of a time to talk about Big 12. Outside of that, Conference USA is heating up. You know me and my Conference USA, so I'll keep you guys updated on that front. And then outside of that, nothing real major to really report. Everything else is pretty much favored odds. So yeah, outside of that, I don't have much else on the old college basketball front. We'll get into it here pretty deep real soon. We'll get into March before you know it. Yeah, 100%, man. I was just looking, still hanging. I don't know if they're about to drop it off the board or not, but Iowa State's still sitting at plus 3.5 on FanDuel. I'm wondering if maybe I like to at least. I mean, I hate to miss the opportunity, but I'd like to see if they're going to pull that off the board, because if they're not, then that even like kind of tricks is even more of a tricky situation. Like Agbaji is only a 1-point movement. He's better than 1-point movement, man.
Yeah, he is definitely better than 1-point movement, but what if that game was already a setup in the fucking first place?
You're right.
Like,
get me out of it altogether.
What if the line was already...
altogether, yeah.
I'm very interested, but I don't know. Yeah, it might be a stay away for sure. Doggone it. All right, well, there you go. There you have it. Appreciate it, Mags. Always staying up to date on the old Twitter sphere there. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Tomorrow. We already talked about wise words. Quick little hype, though. NHL angle, all that shit in between. It was absolutely electric. We had, first time we've gone down a deep rabbit hole on kind of chasing your dreams, chasing your passions. And me, our guest, and Mags all kind of took some time to have a little back and forth and some perspective on that. So that was electric. On top of course, we talked all sports gambling, cash and tickets. We even got into the CFL, for crying out loud. We've never talked about the CFL. Absolute electric factory. Tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. Central Standard Time on the YouTube channel, and then it'll drop on your favorite podcast directory after that. Cup of Joe on campus, back on Saturday. You know the drill, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Don't really get to tell you about that till later on in the week. We're still kicking around the Super Bowl Spectacular. We'll let you guys know exactly what we're doing on that front, so that'll be next weekend. And then outside of that, I'm back on the Midday Market Report on Thursday. So is Mags on Friday, 1 p.m. Central, on the East Coast Sports Investors YouTube channel and all their social media platforms. And then outside of that, CBB blog back in action this afternoon. Might be a little later than usual. Like I said, I got to dip out real quick before this fucking storm happens. Do a quick little I didn't even need to do any shopping. I hate being that fucking person like, oh, I got to run to the fucking store. Oh my gosh. Like, that's not even what I'm doing. I was just literally out at this point in time.
Yeah.
So, don't know why I went down. Yeah. So I'll have it out. I just won't be writing it as fast as I usually do. So, because I usually just sit in this chair and never fucking move. So, there you go. There you have it. That'll all be coming out shortly. Mags will have some shit coming out. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the good stuff. If you don't know where any of those links are, just stop by this episode's description in the link tree. You'll find it all there, or at talkingtheline.com. You can find all of our additional content, social media platforms, and more in one central location. Partner, anything else from your side of the screen, good sir, before I get us on out of here with some motivation minutes?
No, sir. Just seeing if we got any other breaking news. It does not appear so. So go ahead and finish this bad boy off for us.
All right. Well, without further ado, my friends, it's time for my motivation minutes. Now, my friends, this one's really special to me. And I'm not tooting my own horn by any means here. But I had a moment of realization this morning that maybe I'm doing the right thing by making these motivation minutes. Maybe I'm just becoming a little bit better of a human being. And maybe some of you used to know me in my past life. I was kind of a fucking asshole. I was kind of a hothead, and I'll be the man enough to admit it. I would rather have hot head than to have a cold feet, but I've definitely changed that part of who I am. It was bred into me, just who the hell I am. However, I hope to bring that peace and that presence, that energy to change the lives of others and everything that I do. That is what I do this for. I want to make an impact. If I impact just one of you guys that here's what I'm saying today on any type of level whatsoever, that's what I do it for. I don't do it for a million likes, the retweets. Wonderful, great, awesome, that's cool. But I care about you guys at the core, at the heart, and that's why I do this, because this is real life situation that happened to me this morning that I was able to use some shit that I'm about to tell you guys, like, holy fuck, I just utilize shit that I talk about all the time. Why not hammer it home? So I've been having some fucking feuds with the downstairs neighbors here at the old TTL production studios. And if you know me, I can't fucking stand when people come to my house and start banging around. And I'm a very respectful human being. Now, imagine that. Who would think? And long story short, just been having some back and forth bullshit issues over a fucking alarm clock. Think about over an alarm clock. Just think about that. How stupid that sounds. That's coming out of my mouth. So what I wanted to talk about, you guys, is if you get your morning started on the wrong foot. Now, whether that's somebody helping you get that started on the wrong foot, or maybe you just roll out of bed and you say, fuck, man, I ain't doing this shit today. I am on the wrong side. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck everybody, get up out my way. I've been there, and I guarantee you have been too, and I guarantee Mags has been too. It's called being a human fucking being. So number one, don't beat yourself up for that. It's okay. That's cool. And number two, the best part about it is you can put your happy ass right back down on that bed, stop every thought that you are currently doing this on, and take a moment to be grateful for everything that you have right now. And if maybe somebody is causing that bad start to your day, maybe take a moment to be grateful that you don't live as miserable life as they do. Maybe that you have things that they wish they had. Maybe if you're a religious person, say a prayer for them that maybe they'll get out of that toxicity and negativity because all you want to do is be positive. It's possible. It's possible. Your first reaction is to, fuck these mother, I'm a fucking star, you piece of fuck you. I know. It's your first reaction. But a wise woman once told me that You're not responsible for your first thought. You're responsible for your first action. So it's okay to think those things. It's okay to think you want to fucking rip somebody's throat out of their fucking neck. It's all right. I understand. It's okay. It's okay to get out of bed and be anxious and worry and, we don't need that. We don't need any of that nonsense. Okay, we should be okay here. I think my charger. But you get out of bed, the day starts bad. It's okay. It's okay for those things to happen. But the main thing you need to realize is just to stop, slow down, start being grateful. Change your mindset. Forget everything else around. Don't worry about the pit in your stomach, the anxiety, the nervousness, the worriness, all that stuff. Just slow down, stop, and take a moment to hit that reset button. And I promise you, if you take enough time, you'll be able to get back out of that bed, do a little fuck 'em, and go on about your day. I'm not a genius. I'm not a Swami. I'm not a Schwarman. I just like to share things with you guys that help me get through this thing called life. And it just so happened this morning I had to enact one of them. So my friends, if you feel anxious, if you start the day on the wrong side of the bed, you get off on the wrong foot, whatever it might be, stop where you are. Don't keep going. Don't try and push through it because you won't. Stop. Take a moment to reset and then go back after it. And that does it for my motivation minutes of the day.
Love it, my man. I mean, that's just tangible advice that you could apply on any given day, my man. So I am not going to, obviously I never hate on anything you say, but you know what I'm trying to say over here, my man. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to hate on it. I appreciate the hell out of you, my man, as always, and your feedback. Was catching some flaming arrows this morning, as I always like to say, my man, and just took the opportunity to break them motherfuckers over the knee and say, who's catching the fucking blades, you motherfuckers? Just fucking and do. And then we live life. Everything's all good, boys and girls, because life's too damn short to be pissed off all the time.
I think you just need to change your alarm song to like
Don't
that Chance the
worry.
Rapper, that Chance, either that or the Chance the Rapper. I need security. The fuck you.
Or I make it Baby Blue by Chance and fucking
Action Bronson.
Bronson. Yeah. I hope you pour your coffee and there's a razor in it, just like holy fucking shit. Oh, that would be electric. Okay, there you go. There you have it, my friends. It's time to wrap up the show for the day.
Hey, those are thoughts, not actions. Those are thoughts,
no,
not
thoughts.
actions.
Yeah. Thoughts. Yes, thoughts. You're listening. Any other gambling, sports, life, news, anything in general from your side of the screen, partner, before I send us all out of here for the day?
No, sir. I was thought I had something else there, but no, sir. We are ready to rock. Let's have a damn day.
Okie dokie, artichokey. Well, without further ado, shout out. We just got a nice little message from potential episode number 10, Wise Word Season 2 guest.
Hey.
Oh, no! Oh, no! You guys can still hear me, right?
I can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay, for
Yeah.
sure. This is gonna... son of a bitch. Hold on. Let's see what happens here, because... well, yeah, you might just not be able to fucking see me. I don't know. This is... sometimes the doggone charger... Apparently the charger wasn't... Goodbye, hello, goodbye. What the fuck am I doing? Well, see, you never know what kind of a rabbit hole you're going to come down here at the TTL pod. Welcome into the bullshit. Welcome into the nonsense. You're just looking at a blank screen saying, what the fuck is going on? I'm moving around here behind this thing just in case it... son of a bitch. Oh, hey, here we are. Hold on a minute. And hey, everybody, I'm back. How's everybody doing? I just went away for a minute. I'm back. Everybody relax. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, degenerates and gamblers, before that fucking shit happens again, far and wide, from myself and Mags, thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for allowing us to chase our dreams and passions every day. Thank you for stopping by and letting us take a little bit of your time throughout your day. We know you guys are busy, and you sharing it with us is more than we could ever ask. So thank you for all your likes, your follows, your shares, your views, your retweets, your comments, everything in between. You guys are the shit, and we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, we hope you have a spectacular rest of your Tuesday, Unless you have any other plans, make sure you get all of today's best bets locked in so you can say with me and my partner at the end of every single piece of content we do, let's cash some tickets.